Shannon Terry, founder of On3 Sports, great college recruiting website with an NIL top 100 list that sticks a valuation onto current college players and recruits coming out of high school now. Values Bronny James at $5.9 million annually. That would be his name, image, likeness value. Still waiting to hear where Bronny James is going to college, by the way.
Still don't know.
Ohio State and SC, according to on3.com, USC now an 85% chance that he ends up sitting there. So they're the favorite over Ohio State, which, of course, LeBron, a huge fan from Akron, huge fan of Ohio State. And I thought he was going to end up there. And we were having this discussion off air a few moments ago. If you're Bronny James, if you're LeBron, and your son has the opportunity to stay in LA, build his brand, play for a good basketball program at USC, do you keep him home? Do you have him do that where he can make commercials and do all kinds of stuff? Or do you have him go live at least for 1 year, maybe two? Bronny's a very good player, but he's not a lock to be a lottery pick in the next year, maybe even 2 years. So maybe he spends 2 years at college. Do you have him go to Columbus and play for the Buckeyes and enjoy that real college experience? Because you don't get that in Los Angeles. It's different. Whether you're at UCLA in Westwood or downtown LA going to SC, it's a very different college experience than it is at a place like Columbus or a Knoxville or a Starkville or a Gainesville or any ville, right? LA's not a ville. It's just different. I remember having this conversation with Willie McGinnis a number of years ago. I said, do you ever wish, you would have gone to, a Florida or a Georgia or an Ohio State, a real kind of college town? He's like, are you crazy? There were at that time, there
was no NFL.
There was no NFL.
Right.
So they were the NFL team.
Yeah.
And, he had the Magic Johnson type treatment. It was almost like a pro athlete back in the day.
Yeah, like Matt Weinert, they were rock stars in town, him and Reggie Bush. It's like, Snoop Dogg shows up at practice. That doesn't happen at Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah, a little different. A little different.
I think if I'm Bronny, I stay here. I stay in town.
Really?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. He's gonna be a one and done anyway. He could go.
I don't know that he's a lock to be one and done.
Yeah, but he can go to one of the Ignite teams after, or play in Australia or something, and then come back to the NBA. So I don't think.
I know, but if you're,
I wouldn't go away from home if his dad. If LeBron's still playing on the Lakers, what do you want to go out of town for?
I don't know, just to kind of do your own thing, have your own experience. Have a year or two at Ohio State. I don't see him going to play. If I'm Bronny, I'm playing in college as long as I need to be a lottery pick. I'm not going to play in the D League or G League or go play in Australia. Why would you do it? Because he doesn't need the money.
Yeah,
he can make more money playing in college on his NIL deals.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, but Bronny's a lottery pick no matter what. Because if you get Bronny, you get LeBron. So you're really getting two guys for one.
So you think it's 100% one and done? Because that's been their plan all along,
I think
right?
100%. I don't even know if you're him, why go to college at all? Just go to Ignite, play in one of the.
Do you remember college?
I do. It was a long time ago. I wasn't a superstar athlete.
Yeah, so that's why you should want to go to college.
That's what I mean. Like,
you should want to go to college.
Listen,
why? You go to college to make money.
Chris, you go to college for have that experience. He already got the money, like you just
He's
said.
already the most famous high school player anyway.
Right.
You don't think he's experiencing some things?
No, I think he's having fun, but he's still living at home. I would just want to go
17.
recreate what you have in high school and do that in college and just kind of enjoy. I mean, college, it's the best 4 years of your life.
You also
right?
got to think about this. Like you said, Chris, if you get Bronny, you get LeBron. But does Bronny think that, and I don't know this because I haven't watched enough of the kid play, but is he good enough to have a long NBA career if his dad's not there? People are all under the assumption, as was I, that LeBron will hang out long enough to be able to play with his son. So someone will draft his son with the hopes they get his dad. But say you get 1-2 years out of his dad, is Bronny then good enough? Because you can't really get better at that point. You're not going to get the coaching. Coaches already want a player who's already complete. So is he going to be good enough to hold on for a decade in the NBA?
That's a great question, and we don't know. But what I think we do know is he could be a really good college player and establish his own legacy and his own identity and do it on his own. If I'm him, I want to do it on my own. I want to go be Bronny James in Columbus, Ohio State basketball player. I don't know if you can ever be Bronny James, not LeBron's son. He's obviously always going to be LeBron's son.
Dan.
Right. But it's to me, it's easier to be your own dude if you leave the nest for a minute. And for me, that's what I would want to do. Maybe not. Why would you want to leave this great life and great weather here in Los Angeles and play at SC, which is a good basketball program? I'm surprised we haven't seen UCLA on that.
Also, like, that's the other thing. You said UCLA is not your typical campus, but I get SC because you're really in downtown. You don't have a campus. But UCLA, Westwood.
No, that's amazing.
Has everything you'd want. Yeah. You're right by the beach. You want to go skiing. Yep. That campus is beautiful. It's big. So, that's just something to think about. Yeah. I don't know that I would necessarily leave. But again, we don't know this kid. I don't know what he's built like or what he thinks like. Maybe he does want to get away from home. Maybe because that shadow is looming, right? You can't get out from under that shadow no matter what. But maybe you're right. Maybe he does want to kind of establish his own self a little bit.
Well, it is interesting it's taken this long. I mean, how many prospects of that ilk are not committed to a school right now? I mean, basketball season's over. It's been over for a while, right? Signing day's coming past.
Well, he's going in. Isn't he going into his senior season?
No, he's senior.
Bronny's done.
Right?
Gotcha.
He played the McDonald's All-American game.
Yeah,
like he's done all that stuff. Like to not have committed anywhere. So maybe Brockman, you're right. Maybe he doesn't do the college thing at all. And he just does the pro thing, and he stays here. And
pro thing, or you go play for a year, Australia, overseas somewhere, come back, get drafted, and then
take the ball,
rock and roll.
I don't
know.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.